Hi my dear students, welcome to English class. Dear students, hope you are doing well and you are studying well too. Dear students, until now we finished 2 lessons in the first unit. The first unit we have done first lesson, attitude is altitude, and then we went to the lesson every success story is also a story of great failure. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the third lesson in the first unit. I will do it. It is written by Sudhamurthy. Dear friends, if you keenly observe, there is a link between the first, second and third lessons. The third one what we are going to discuss right now. Now, the first lesson, attitude is altitude, is going to give you a message that your attitude is a most important force in shaping your life. If your attitude is positive in nature, if you possess positive attitude, in spite of many obstacles, challenges in life, you will be successful. That is what proved with the life of Nick Vujicic. Though he born physically challenged person and he faced many humiliations, bullying by his schoolmates and classmates, yet he went on to become world's most motivational speaker and CEO. That is what the power of attitude. Now, you will come to know that by reading that lesson, you will come to know that you need to shape your attitude well. Good. That is what the message, first lesson we will get. The second lesson we are going. After having a positive attitude, we'll be chasing our dreams. We'll be chasing our goals in our lives. Maybe it's your 10 on 10 in your class 10th. Maybe your choicest course, whatever dream you want to become, a sports star, film star, or entrepreneur, engineer, doctor, whatever be your goal. You want to chase that. For that, this attitude helps you. And while the second lesson, every success story is also a story of great failures, teaches you that it is inevitable. That is, it is compulsory that while chasing your goals, dreams, you will face setbacks. Once you face the setbacks, without losing your morale, without losing your confidence, you need to take a lesson from the failures or setbacks, and then with a renewed energy, with rejuvenated force, you need to again chase your dreams. Then you will achieve the greatest success, which very few people can achieve. That is what proved in the lesson. Every success story is also a story of great failures. So it is, you should know that while chasing your dream, maybe class 10, some challenges will come. Class 10, 10 on 10 score, some challenges will come. You shouldn't give up. You should keep working on those failures, those setbacks, those obstacles. So very soon you will find yourself scoring 10 on 10. Then in the lesson we'll find that how the great personalities whom we admire, like Abraham Lincoln, Lee DeForest, Wright brothers, and then Walt Disney, Colonel Sanders, Thomas Alva Edison, Beethoven, Lee Iacocca, Henry Ford, all these great personalities, how they transformed in spite of facing challenges into successful persons, inspiring persons. Not only they succeeded in their life, because of their success, the world is a better place. How they transformed the whole world, and because of their inventions, their discoveries, their hard work, we are enjoying better lives. So that message is that from the lesson, every success story is also a great story of failures, that we have the ability to overcome them. So friends, you shouldn't give up when you face challenges. And now we're moving to our present lesson. I will do it. So this lesson gives you a message, a confidence, a sense of confidence that sometimes personally some of your achievements, sometimes you will achieve success. Definitely you will achieve success. There may not be any problem from your side. So you have done your work perfectly and the results also have come perfectly. But yet sometimes life gives us certain kind of challenges that we are not able to enjoy the benefits, the fruits of our success initially. So there you shouldn't lose your heart and stop working on or stop improving yourself, or stop working on your goals, then you will transform into a great inspiring person. You will lead a great life. That is what the present lesson, I will do it, is going to prove us. Now this lesson is written by Sudha Murthy, wife of N.R.Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys software company. Now, I'd like to give you a brief introduction about Sudha Murthy. Listen to that carefully. You will find that at the end of the textbook, friends, at the end of the lesson, you will find the introduction to Sudha Murthy's introduction. Please go through that once. Sudha Murthy, the wife of N.R.Narayana Murthy, is an Indian social worker and author. Murthy began her professional career as a computer scientist and engineer. She is the chairperson of Infosys Foundation. She has founded several orphanages, participated in rural development efforts, supported the movement to provide all Karnataka government schools with computer and library facilities, and established the Murthy Classical Library of India. She established the Murthy Classical Library of India at Harvard University. Murthy also teaches computer science and composed fiction in episode serial Dollar Sose. Sose is in Kannada, Sose is daughter-in-law. So Dollar Bahu, you can translate it into Hindi. Dollar Sose. The present story is a selection from one of her most successful stories, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. So this is the introduction of Sudha Murthy. Friends, you all should take an inspiration, should take a cue. Especially I request girl students, go through the life of Sudha Murthy. I'll share about her at the end of this lesson. So she is a very inspiring person, very inspiring person. And in one way we can say our present lessons hero N.R.Narayana Murthy is a very shy and calm guy, and whereas Sudha Murthy is an extrovert. She is an aggressive one, and she has a dare and knack to question something goes wrong. So let us look into the details of Sudha Murthy, and then slowly we will enter into the lesson. Friends, the present lesson I will do it is written by Sudha Murthy, and Sudha Murthy was born on 19th August 1950. She is basically engineering teacher. She is a teacher, and also she is one of the most successful and popular author. She has written more than 40 books, friends. She is the author and chairperson of Infosys Foundation. Just now you came to know that she is the chairperson of Infosys Foundation, and through this foundation she has helped thousands of people, and she has helped thousands of students to study and orphanages, and she is spreading literacy and education in Karnataka. Not only in Karnataka, in summer through her foundation, Infosys Foundation, she wherever is possible in throughout India and throughout world also, she thinks necessary, think that case is genuine, she is extending her helping hand. And there are some popular books written by Sudha Murthy, and among them Wise and Otherwise, Mahashweta, Dollar Bahu, which we have mentioned in the text, Dollar Soshi, Dollar Bahu, Here, There and Everywhere, the Sudha Murthy Children's Treasury, Changing India, etc. So for her books, literary services, books, the contribution to the Indian society, the government of India has awarded her Padma Shri. Friends, in this present lesson what we are going to discuss, she is discussing about her own husband's story, childhood story. This lesson is about the life of Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy, co-founder of Infosys. And Narayana Murthy was born on 20th August 1946. And let us get into the lesson directly. Friends, you all might have requested, definitely you might have requested your parents, Mom, I want to purchase a dress, I want to purchase a cricket kit, or you gift me a watch, or whatever maybe many, you will put demands in front of your parents. Remember, sometimes our parents will fail to deliver them in time because of because of various reasons, because family pressures will be there. It's not that parents don't want to fulfill your wishes. If they think the wish what you asked for has a genuinity, a reasonable one, and it helps you, they will move it and out. But to give that gift to you, the wish, they want to fulfill your wish. But sometimes it is very difficult for the parents to fulfill your dreams, your wishes. And remember, how many of you have expressed anger, displeasure towards your parents, towards your mom, towards your father? This is not good. Yeah, I can understand. Your tender hearts has got disappointment when they refuse to fulfill your wish. But from your side, you need to understand whether you are fulfilling your responsibilities correctly. Are you genuine in demanding the wishes to fulfill them? But sometimes, most of the cases, mostly, some of you will not keep your own words. Maybe some of you might have got less marks. Remember your most memorable days, that school will give progress report, and in some subjects or some areas you might have scored less, and you will be in a hesitant way and in a tensed mood. You will be waiting for the father to ask, and you will, in spite of many reminders, you will take out the progress report. And how humbly you will give the progress report. After looking into the progress report, what father says, what are these marks, how you should focus on your studies, why you are getting less marks. So how you will imagine how you felt at that time. And in order to avoid the displeasure, avoid the anger of your father, to calm him down, remember how you promised him, no father, next time I will get first rank, no, next time I will do better. And I know some of us sincerely will promise, but within few days, within a week or two, they will stop working on the studies, on these studies. Again, the result comes in a negative way only, or the less performance. You will underperform because you are not genuine towards your own promise. You are not serious about to fulfill your own promise, what you have promised to your own parents. And then, what kind of a moral right, just remember for a moment, what kind of a moral right you have to express your displeasure on your parents? Think for once, then you'll understand the sacrifices of the parents. So, the parents' love is the major force, major energy, which channelizes you towards your dreams, provided if you use that in a positive way. The present lesson, you will come to know the interaction between N.R.Narayana Murthy's father and N.R.Narayana Murthy, and how he felt in spite of achieving great success. Yes, friends. Kindly look into the textbooks. I will do it. Here you can see the image of Narayana Murthy. He is a very shy, short, shy person, a kind of introvert. Now listen carefully. He was short, he was sharp. He was short, he was sharp. He was the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science. Not only in science, even mathematics too. So, though he was junior student, he has such a command over science and mathematics. He used to solve the problems of higher classes with ease. Many of us will scare the moment the subject of mathematics comes. Many of us will scare. So, but he enjoys doing mathematics and solving the problems of mathematics. A kind of a jubilation, a sense of achievement he experiences, Narayana Murthy experiences. So science, he loves science very much. He was short, he was sharp. He was the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science. Just imagine, friends, the seniors are coming to junior class student and asking, could you please solve this, could you please explain this sum to me, could you please explain this problem to me? Just how confidence, how pride that boy might have felt it. But yet, his very humble way, he solved the problems. How humble way he helped the seniors. In a humble way, he helped his classmates to understand the concepts, difficult concepts. He could have gone unnoticed in a crowd. But once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. See, if you find N.R.Narayana Murthy in a group of students, he'll be humble as if innocent boy. Indeed he's an innocent. He is a very calm and quiet guy, not very attractive. He's not a catchy person in a group. But the moment of discussion comes of any trouble or trouble concept like mathematics or science, immediately he will be in the forefront to get into that problem and solve. Not only get into the problems, he will solve it with ease. Because he loves the subject very much. That love and passion, if you too have towards that subject, any subject, that same subject will elevate you, will take you to the highest glories of success. There was a spark in his eyes. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. Like this, he will understand that. Because of passion. He could grasp the theories of science faster than the speed of light. It is a symbolically to say that he can understand the concepts. The main point what you need to keep in mind that his love towards that. Suppose if somebody asks you, let's go for play, how you all will rush. But as for the studies are concerned, some of you may not be showing more interest. Again studies, you may think like that. If you want to watch a movie, some of us may show eagerness. Yeah, let's go for a movie, let's go for playing, you will say. But when this time, a question of coming for studies and doing assignments or projects, again we need to do. That boring attitude, a boring nature towards the subject, Narayana Murthy doesn't possess. He loves to do the problems, he loves to do the projects, he loves to study the subjects. And so, because of that love, easily he can understand that. He came from a poor but educated family. His father was a high school teacher and an avid reader of English literature. Avid reader of English literature. Extensively his father reads literature, and not only he directs his son, he inspires his son to read books. Literature. He, like all the boys in his class, was trying to get admission into some engineering college. The brighter one wanted to study in the Indian Institute of Technology or the IITs. You all know that some of our schools will be running special classes on IITs, IIT coaching centers. So IITs are the most prestigious institutes of the world itself, and we are very proud that majority of the IT tycoons, IT engineers, professionals are from India, thanks to IITs. There was an entrance test for IIT. This boy, along with his friends, applied to appear for the test. They did not have any special books or coaching. All these IIT aspirants would sit below the shade of a stone mandap close to Chamundi Hills in the sleepy town of Mysore. So he is from Mysore. So they will be working near the foothills of Mysore Hills, practicing subjects. He was the guide for others. While the others struggled to solve the problems in the question paper, he would smile shyly and solve them in no time. He sat alone below a tree and dreamt of studying at IIT. It was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age, as it is still today. Even you will find your seniors that they will be struggling or striving, working hard for getting into IITs. He was then only 16 years old. The D-Day came. He came to Bangalore, stayed with some relatives and appeared for the entrance test. He did very well but would only say okay when asked. It was the opposite when it came to food. When he said okay, it implied bad. When he said good, it implied okay. when he said excellent, it implied good. His principle was never to hurt anyone. The IIT results came. He had passed with the high rank. What a delight for any student. He was thrilled. He went to his father, who was reading a newspaper. Now, we all expect that father will be very happy at the turning of the results. Because son's success, all fathers will be very happy. All parents will be very happy. Now, read up to this. In the next episode, what will happen, we will discuss. Keep studying well, children. Wishing you all great success in all your endeavors. This is Durga Remunta signing off. Thank you.